Ho, ho, everyone that thirsteth for the water of life, for freely may ye receive even this day. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, revealing to those who will follow the light of the eternal star the message of their unfoldment in the one divinity of God. O beloved hearts, I am speaking to you of the caravan of the ages, in which many of you have participated with me. I am speaking of the light of 10,000 suns, the simplicity of a life that is ruled solely by love and its purposes, where fear is vacant from the consciousness, or it is not. I come to you today bringing that living water with me, that ye may drink and thirst no more. The beauty and perfection of the ages is hidden from those who see only the outer shard, and how easy it is to behold dead men's bones. For those who are anti-Christ, those who are against the eternal light of the ages, these have always seen the mockery of the shadow of death. These have always felt, seen, and perceived solely evil, without understanding the great cornucopia of universal hope from the heart of God, which sings through the ages no mournful dirge, but only a joyous measure of those cadences of universal loveliness that are to be found in all the fashions of nature. I, Jesus, say unto you, I am the morning star. And the morning star is the accumulation of all the light that throughout the night has sustained the power thereof within the canopy of the night. This is the light of God that can never fail, even in the darkest hour, to create a realization in mankind's heart that he is a child of the thunder of the dawn of the morning star. O beloved ones, as a dove of peace beams forth also from the obscure clouds of uncertainty, let mankind understand that they need not fulfill the dire prophecies of the ages, but instead may retain those elements of peace and of sanity and of reality that are the forte of the God-realized man. You are children of one Father, our Father universal, the bounty of his heart at times flies away from man's consciousness, because he insists upon filling his mind with the banalities of reason, those futile efforts which are of the dark, of separation and vanity. As the preacher said long ago, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. When mankind understand the vanity of their lives as the fruitlessness thereof, they will perceive that which they have felt to be fruit, in many cases denied me before men. All are my children, as they are God's children, for we have one Father. And the light of hope shines through a realization of the content of his mind, of his compassion, of his feelings for ye all. You are not given up. There is hope wherever there is life. And wherever that life responds to the vibratory action that clearly has said, "Come, let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, I will make them white as snow. The effulgence of my love is the cup of God and his mercy, drops of life overflowing into the void of mankind's unknowing and flooding mankind with the certainty of knowing." What is the meaning of compassion and grace and understanding? Are these things now so far removed from you that you are unable to understand these things? Not as the dregs of human sympathies, drooling in the cup and mocking the very great giver himself, but rather as the compassion of the universal caravan, coming down from the moments of the beginning to this hour and proceeding in its orderly fashion across the deserts of life to those tender places preserved by God within each individual life as the opportunity to hold dear and near elements of compassion and grace, not only for others, but also for yourself. Not only for yourselves, but also for others. For in the great balance of the outgoing of the cosmic nature of man, he is resurrected. He resurrects within himself the plan. The streams from out the central sun, these are light for everyone. The communion cup I hold in hand is heaven's own law that now makes demand upon the universe. Will ye drink of the cup which I have drunk of? Will ye be endowed with the grace which I am endowed with? Will you understand the meaning of the outflow of compassion? Forgiveness to all, yea, for all have erred. Restoration to all, for all have shared. The joy of the archangels, the moments of creation, the rolling of the tides of purpose in the domain of the universe. These are all for you and of you. And one day out from you shall come the great thunder of God and the lightning of purpose. And you shall see each one that you are not without purpose, but are with purpose. You will see each one that heaven has need of you. You will see each one that the dawn of reality is the dawn of divinity. And you will see that there is no emptiness whatsoever in life in our realm. Those of you who joy also in contemplating the sorrowful moments of our life prior to our ascension in the light, know this also, that heaven would prefer the contemplation by you of our moments of joy. For you have enough sorrows multiplied in your realm as the karmic drippings in the cup continue to pour out, as the vials of wrath in the hands of the angels are poured out upon mankind in fulfillment of his own writing. That which is written is written. That which is being done is being done. Men do not understand the ancient records of Akasha. Yet we are willing to reveal to many upon the spiritual path when the precise and exacted moment has come, that which will lead them onward into a realization of their own past errors, now wiped out, and no longer having reality. O children of the dawn, children of universal hope, our caravan moves across the plains of time. Men indeed stoned the prophets. Men indeed have rejected the efforts of heaven to bring awareness unto the earth of God's love for man. The straightness of the law was a rule of infinite building, a rule that the wise master builder sought to deliver unto the mind of man. I am come to fulfill the law. I am come to fulfill the law of your life. I am come within each of ye to produce the miracle of cosmic abundance. I am come that all men might have life, and that abundantly. I am come that there might be a great clapping and stirring of the hearts of men, angels, and elementals. I am come that all nature might be endowed with a sense of universal abundance and no lack. The dead men's bones that existed when I spake long ago unto mankind, these still exist without reason in the world. And the whited sepulchres of mankind's own abominations of desolation, these are the self-imposed limitations which men have imposed upon themselves. I say then, thou that sleepest, arise from the dead, that I may give thee light. Be no more enamored with darkness and the things of darkness. For the things of darkness have no power over you. They have no power over any among mankind. Yet today the world is steeped in the delusion of darkness. There is darkness in the ancient necromancy of mankind's false communion with those who never rose above the level of their own voice, who never rose in thought to become one with God, but only were captivated by the imaginations of their mind, and their foolish heart was darkened. I tell you then that the darkness of mankind's machinations that are involved with all forms of necromancy, all forms of outer darkness, of the mere psychic effluvia of human accumulation, has no validity in the kingdom of our Father. For the outgrown shards must be cast off. The outworn garments must be gathered and burned. And the solitary and beautiful, resplendent, shining garment of the sun that comes forth from the heart of the great central sun and is woven of the substance of men's golden flame lives, this must become the clothing which men clothe themselves with. For the marriage feast of the Lamb is a time of rejoicing, the accumulation of great good, the accumulation of the treasures of heaven, and a shutting out of those darkened ideas of man's control of others by domination. In the name of heaven, I want you to understand that the commandment has been to you individually per se. Take dominion over the earth. Take dominion over the earth. Take dominion over the earth means that you must learn to master the gracious elements of divinity which God has already placed within your own force field, within your own heart. O mankind, why will ye be troubled by trifles? Why will ye be troubled by these little matters that a mere movement of the hand would wipe away from the slate of life? Why do you not understand the power that is within you? You are using it every day in limited form. The process of amplifying the power of God within you is quite simple. It is a reunion with the starry door of His will. It is the summoning of the fragrance of the roses of Sharon. It is an understanding of the beautifying and hallowing of space. A cosmic ecology, if you will. For I assure you that heaven does not fail in its understanding of the manifold amplified problems of mankind today upon the landed surface of the world and their philosophical and logical meanderings concerning these thoughts. We are concerned with the great tides of light that stem from the eternal brotherhood, the torch of universal reality, and the miracles that flash forth in your individual hearts because God wills it so. Do you think in heaven's name that having begun in the Spirit, you are now made perfect by the flesh? I tell you nay, for as beloved Paul, following me also late in time, on the road to Damascus, began to perceive the great universal Christ light, so each of you, when you will at last allow yourself to be unhorsed by the powers of universal love, will find yourselves looking up into the light and hearing those self-same words, "It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks." Do you think then, O mankind of earth, that we have not again and again tempered the wind of our love to the shorn lamb of your being? I tell you, yea. But the time is not now to temper it. The time is rather to intensify it, to produce acceptability and responsibility, the great giant response, the response of universal love within yourself, an expansion of your response into grace that is ever permeating and emanating throughout the universe. The caravan moves on, and today the call goes forth, Ho, everyone that thirsteth. And so, as ye have heard today, the pathway to love is open. It has not been closed. There is hope to the universe, to the world, to all people. Now, as we have beheld also in the recent festivities of your Christmas season, how that little lights have twinkled in far-off mosques as well as in synagogues, how also lights have twinkled in churches, both Christian and unchristian throughout the world, as we perceive how that hearts have also allowed the beauty of the light to shine forth from within those hearts according to the capacity of individuals, we rejoice that the great power of God, uniting not only all Christendom, but all religions of the world under the banner of God, to that place where mankind no longer need or require just the outer facade, but are searching only for the great light of the eternal God, will come, and mankind will say, welcome, for at last they will understand that as they greet one another, when the hand is raised to heart or head or mere hand, it will extend to all the perfect blend of cosmic reality, the perfect grace for every occasion, the perfect love that casts out all fear. For fear hath torment, and mankind have allowed themselves to be tormented. They have failed in their understanding to apprehend the caravan of God. But I tell unto you this day the great fact that the caravan of God has moved across the deserts. And with the caravan of God, he also has gone. God is with the caravan. He may appear in the tiny shepherd child. He may appear in the foreign faith. He may appear in the unexpected place. It does not matter, for God has appeared, and God is, and he walks among men. Some of you look also solely for the masters of wisdom. Let me tell you this, that the highest manifestation of God walks also in the Christ of every man. And man should understand this. For those who love me as I am will understand the great love of the I am presence within them. They will understand that in this love there is a compassion for all ages, not only the caravan of today and the caravan of yesterday, but the caravan of tomorrow and all of the tomorrows and the foreverness of God, which are captivated together in one giant cup of universal light. The intelligence of the ages compounding then its wisdom raised to all mankind and fashioning those instruments of deliverance that will bring to the ages the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of beauty, the kingdom of perfection, and the kingdom of strength, that as the sun shineth in his strength, so also shall the rays of this kingdom penetrate to all parts of the earth, summoning now new facades of devotion that shall be no facades, for suddenly, as they appear to be only outer expressions of devotion, there shall be a sinking within the heart of man of that great power of devotion, prophesied also of old by Enoch, the seventh from Adam, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh, and 10,000 of his saints, to execute judgment upon the earth. And behold, I say unto you, that there shall come forth those whose devotion shall be like unto the sun, and mankind shall, taking power by their image and example, recognize the power that also is within themselves. And behold, I shall gather together all people, all sheep of my pasture, and there shall be one sheepfold and one shepherd. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Behold, I am the Lord. Behold, I am the Lord of love. Behold, I am the eternal, he who is Alpha and Omega, from the beginning unto the ending. Behold my wisdom. It shall pass up as fire and vapor. It shall pass up as smoke. It shall pass up within your hearts as the invocation of sanctity, perfection, and devotion. I, Jesus, have spoken.